The global gag rule is a U.S. government policy that requires non-governmental organizations to agree as a condition of the receipt of federal funds that they will neither perform nor actively promote abortion as a method of family planning in other nations. Ashley Ngwenya is a program officer for Safaids Zimbabwe, a regional nonprofit focused on HIV and TB prevention, care, and treatment. She discusses the work of her organization in providing health services to the youth and how the global gag rule is affecting some of their services.
It's very important that people, and not just anyone, but the leaders, the policymakers, the people that create the laws that make the enabling environment possible, need to realize that the sexual debut in Zimbabwe has really gone down, and young people are actually engaging in sex at a very tender age, and as such they need to be empowered by comprehensive sexuality education. And when I say comprehensive, I mean the whole package, where you're not just giving them information, but you're also giving them the practicals on how to use the information. For example, how to use a condom. You could tell them about condom use but not show them how to use a condom, as we are not allowed to make condom demonstrations within schools. So I think as Safaids, we've tried to really combat that by reaching the in-school youth when they are out of school. We have got programs that we are running in Mashonaland and Central, where we have Rushinga, where we've got our adolescent clinic and youth center. So we try to combat the causes or the main drivers of HIV incidence or HIV transmission, which are mainly poverty, where young people cannot go to school, where young people have got no source of income, and then they are left in vulnerable positions where they end up engaging in sexual transactions that then provide that sustainability that they're looking for.
So more than 30 years after HIV was discovered, you were not even born at that time. How do you assess how far Zimbabwe have come?
I think Zimbabwe had come a long way. We had really progressed until, of course, a lot of the gains have been shattered by the global gag rule. You find that by 2017, a lot of progress has been done in closing the tap. We were very well known. Our minister then of health, Parengata, was really raving about closing the tap and achieving the 1990s and in reducing the new incidences. And the rollout of PrEP, the rollout of PEP was quite immense. The global gag rule has cut across, be it TB, be it HIV, be it STI transmission. It has just cut across all programming. How? One, you find that many organizations that were implementing HIV prevention services were also giving a complete package that included information on safe abortion and contraception. So by yanking that funding, it means that it's not just the abortion that they will stop, but it's all services that they will stop giving as well. For example, Safaids had offices in different cities in the country where it was implementing the DREAMS program. And the DREAMS program, we were doing great work with the young people, empowering them, putting them back in school, giving them a skill. But then we did it comprehensively such that they would have a plan A in life, a plan B, a plan C up to Z, where maybe Z would eventually be safe termination of pregnancy for them to continue with their lives. They're not mentally ready, physically ready to be bearing children. So you find that we chose to then not sign the gag rule.
Is it also the case where reality check, governments need to invest more?
Oh, but of course, we have been advocating for domestic funding, because it's really a pity site where you find that each time people have sex, they have to say, oh, thank you, USAID, you made condoms available. Thank you, PEPFAR, you made condoms available. It would be, imagine a situation if it was your neighbor giving you that money, and every day you have to go and say, oh yeah, now we want to have sex, may we please have a condom. We have been advocating for domestic funding, but I think with the political climate that we're in, the economic situation that we're in, it is very difficult for a country that is failing to keep its head above water economically to then honor agreements and declarations like Abuja to then finance health for 15%. Right now, 3/4, if not close to all of our health is funded by foreign aid. And so it literally removes the sovereignty in the programming. It removes the targeted programming that is really relevant to what you want, but people are just now following the money.
The global gag rule allows access to abortion only in cases of rape, incest, and when a woman's life is at risk. Former U.S. President Ronald Reagan first enacted the global gag rule, also known as the Mexico City policy, in 1984. Every U.S. president since Reagan has decided whether to enact or revoke the policy. And that's our health report for today. To stay in touch, find me on Twitter @LenorMoudou. Esther?